Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. Today's episode, we are going to continue where we left off last time with the series of Baseball Hall of Fame top 10 early career baseball cards. Last time we looked at Hank Aaron. He was the first. Today, our second Baseball Hall of Famer, continuing in alphabetical order, is going to be Grover Cleveland Alexander, all-time great pitcher from the early 20th century. First card we're going to look at for Grover is going to be, there's actually two cards, two different versions. One is called the 1913 National Game. The second one is the 1913 Tom Barker Game. Both of these cards were issued as a deck in conjunction with a board game of baseball players, along with a couple of generic baseball plays came in the box set. The National Game set is a little more common. The Tom Barker set is a little bit rarer. Basically, just two different manufacturers. Both produced in 1913. The photos are the same on all cards in each National Game and Tom Barker set. For Grover Alexander, this is generally his most widely accepted rookie card option, as it fits the definition of a standard size card, more or less. He does have earlier issues. So the second item we're going to look at is actually his earliest catalog baseball issue. It's produced in 1911. It's an M101-2. Which was the Sporting News supplements. This was a series produced over 4 years from 1909 to 1913. Each one has an issue date on the front, so the issue date matches up with the year that the item was produced. So this Grover Alexander is a 1911 issue date, which puts it right sort of in the middle of the Sporting News supplements 4-year run, and makes it his earliest catalog baseball collectible. Now it's about 8.5 by 10, so it's certainly much larger than a card. Really doesn't fit any card definition, so I would consider it to be a rookie or earliest collectible. Not really a rookie card though. Next one we're going to take a look at is the 1912. It's cataloged as S81. It's again, an oversized piece measuring close to the same dimensions as that Sporting News issue. These are actually made out of silk or cloth or material, and they have a nice large image of Grover. Actually, the image matches the Sporting News supplement image. The image is in full color, and they're known as S81 silks. They were produced again in 1912. So this would be a year after the Sporting News supplement was published. These are extremely hard to find. SGC does grade them or encapsulate them. I haven't seen any in PSA holders. When SGC has encapsulated them, they only do authentic because they're made out of cloth material. Next one I have up is also 1912. It's same image again as the Sporting News supplement and the silk. This one is called the L1 Leathers, and it's actually it's a brown horsehide leather slab, also oversized, kind of similar size or a little bigger than the silks and the Sporting News supplement. In the center of the cowhide slab is an image engraved in there of Grover Alexander, which again matches the same image as the supplement and the silks, except this one is not in color. It's strictly basically a black line drawing on the brown leather that the item was issued on. These are extremely rare, even tougher to find than the silks. I've only seen one or two maybe in all the time I've been collecting vintage baseball. These I've not seen in graded card holders. I believe they're too large and or too thick to be encapsulated. So that's probably not an option for one of these. But again, it's a year before his 1913 traditionally accepted rookie card. Next one I have up is another rookie card option that a lot of collectors do consider a Grover Alexander rookie. Um, the first one I'm going to talk about is the 1914 Cracker Jack, which has become an extremely popular set over the past few years, especially with the deep red background. Um, Lots of Hall of Famers from the era in that set. Very condition sensitive due to the fact it was in packaging with caramel candy, popcorn, so makes it very easy for staining to happen. So this one is a very popular Grover rookie card option. Um, probably meets all the traditional definitions for a rookie card. One other Grover Alexander, also rookie card option, was produced in 1914. This one was a tobacco issue. These are cataloged as T222, and they're produced by Fatima, which is a cigarette brand that produced the previous year produced team cards of the National and American League baseball clubs on sort of a glossy surface. Similar, a little smaller than a postcard size. And these T222s from 1914, the following year, these are depicting individual players, not teams anymore. The Grover, again, being the same year as the Cracker Jack, is another popular rookie card option. That's a little more of a traditional rookie card as opposed to the silks and the leathers and the supplements that we looked at before. Next one I have up, and going chronologically, I have a 1915 Alexander cards, and now we're kind of out of the realm of rookie card status at this point. 1915, it's cataloged as WUNC strip card. It's a black and white strip card. Very little is known about these strip cards, where they came from, how they were issued or distributed, really. They tend to share images with the Mendelssohn Sporting News sets from 1916. Not 100% of the time, but these are very scarce. Most of these have population reports of under 5. I don't know that there's any been found that are more than 5 examples. So Grover is a popular Hall of Fame card from that series. Next one I have is from 1916. This one is a little more often found, but again, quite scarce, and probably populations under 10, almost for sure. Almost everyone in the set. It's a Fleischmann Bakery, cataloged as TD381 in the standard catalog. These are long, narrow cards that were produced with a coupon at the bottom, kind of similar to the Z-Nut cards that were made for the Pacific Coast League minor league players. And these Fleischmann Bakery, and there's also Ferguson Bakery matching series. Supposedly the checklist is possibly not incomplete, but maybe overextends the actual number of cards that were issued. At this point, I believe there's only been maybe 15 to 20 different players discovered out of a 100-plus card checklist. So there's a good possibility that some of these were never produced or just have not been found yet, or submitted for grading at least. So again, Fleischmann Bakery, Ferguson Bakery, 1916, Grover Alexander, very tough card. Next one I have is from 1917. It's a 4-year range where this card was issued. It was 1917 to 20. Again, this was produced and photographed by Felix Mendelssohn, who did the photographs for the Sporting News M1015 and M1014s. This one is cataloged as M101-6. These are actually larger size, a little bit dimensions are a little different than a postcard, but kind of similar to postcard size, and also known as the Felix Mendelssohn series. This is a very popular set because it came within a year of the 1916 Sporting News issue. So you've got cards of guys like Babe Ruth and Joe Jackson and Rogers Hornsby and Ty Cobb in there that were all produced and all very popular from the 16 issues. These are extremely scarce. Almost all these are populations under 5. I don't know. Again, I don't know that there's more than 5 known of anybody in there. The last one, the 10th and last one I'm going to talk about for Alexander today is going to be 1917 wheel baking. Again, 1917, these were photos that were used from Felix Mendelssohn as well. Some of them are different than the Sporting News photos. Some of the photos are the same. Wheel baking was one of 4 primary backs that you can find on these. Wheel baking was obviously a bread company. Other backs using the same photos from the same series in 1917 were Collins McCarthy, Boston Store, and Standard Biscuit, another baking company. There are also some blank back versions, which are rarer as well. Wheel baking is probably the rarest of the 4 advertising backs. The Standard Biscuit is probably next, and the Collins McCarthy would be the most common. But again, when we're talking most common, a lot of the Collins McCarthy cards, the populations are maybe in the 10 range, not too much more than that. The wheel baking and the Standard Biscuit, many of those are more like 1 or 2. Blank backs are, again, also very tough. So that's going to wrap up my 10 early Grover Alexander cards to search for. All of these are low pop, tough to find. Definitely makes for a challenging collection. If you're thinking of starting a Grover Alexander collection, these might be something to put on your Grails list. Definitely not going to be the easiest to find, and depending on budget and all. But a lot of exciting options in there, I think, and something to go after. Hopefully you enjoyed the video today on the heels of the Hank Aaron video I did. And next player video will be coming out in the next couple of days before the end of this week. And first video seemed to be a popular one, so we'll continue the series and see how it goes. And I thank you all for watching, and have a great afternoon, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.